I was wondering if I missed the session, or if this is just what happened last session, and I
have no idea what that meant.
That was a good thing. I don't know what you were at last. So well, let's do previously on Edge of the Empire. Okay, so rolling way back. You guys have been working for a dude named... Oh, how do I forget? Random Tiv. That's his name, right? I think that's his name. Random Tiv. He owns shipping corporation on the planet of Rhodia, and he's been working with you guys. You rescued a scientist and dove into a ship for him. You retrieved some piece of equipment, and it got stolen, so then you went and got that thing stolen back, and they tracked you, to this ship where he had a bunch of diplomats that he was carrying, and they attacked the ship, crashed the ship. You got onto the space station where you uncovered a murder plot, not a murder plot, a murder that happened, and leaking information, and all of that jazz went down. And so now the dude who had killed this lady, can I ping that person there? She is dead, but the guy who killed her, you saved him out of, you have him like back to tank because he tried to kill himself. So you got him alive again in Bacta, and you basically all had your like faces pressed up against the glass, like looking in the Bacta at this dude. And so we're all just kind of like clustered in the hospital at the moment. That's, I think, pretty much where we left it.
Yep.
So was there any loose ends that you wanted to tie up with the dude in the Bacta? I think Lance had the best relation with him on like a narrative level. They were tight. So I mean, he's the only one that has a huge connection. So did anybody else want to do anything with that dude, or just keep moving?
Nah, I'm good.
So, Random, he calls, I don't know, one of you into the office and is like, all right, so, I mean, we've worked together for a few things now, and we somehow seem to keep, slipping up little bits here and there. So I want you to rescue like 5 of my scientists, and you came back with 2, and you retrieved the item for me, but it was still bugged. That was a fairly large oversight, and we crashed a ship onto a planet. That was great.
Not to worry, we're still flying half a ship.
Let's see. Oh yeah, there was, I asked you guys to find out who was leaking information, and somebody gets killed. Good one there. Can we make this next job a redemption job? Do you think you could do that for me? Is that like a thing that we could do? Can we make that happen?
We can make no promises, but we shall try.
All right.
All right.
So he has.
I mean, none of that was my fault. I wasn't here.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you're not even in the
I
the
say,
thing yet.
You know what? Why don't we send one of his guys with us to make sure that we don't mess this one up?
I got a way for us to get Josh in. Don't worry.
Oh, okay, never mind.
I got him. I already got him plotted in.
Excellent.
So he's like, there's a ship at the end of Hangar 3 or Hangar 2 rather. Take that ship and head to these coordinates. He hands somebody a data pad, and he's like, make this rendezvous. You're picking up a crate, and bring it back here. And he like makes very little belittling gestures, like walking with his fingers. You're gonna go there, drop off the crate, pick up a crate, and come back here. Can you do that? And he gives you like this fake kindergarten teacher grin.
Sure can, Dad.
That's what I was hoping. All right. So we can. What?
Am I in the room at this time?
Yes, you're in the room.
Oh, okay.
He really needs to play as a droid.
Yeah. So what were you trying to say? Because we didn't really catch that.
I mean, it's funny because that's what all of you sound like right now. Remember, yeah, I tried this.
All right. Is anybody picking? Sorry, were you doing something, Jordan?
I think
We
he
do.
logged.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
think
was he
he's
closing out and coming back in?
on. Yes. Do, 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 boo, do, 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 do,
Like
do,
that.
do.
1, 2, 3, 4,
I'm
5,
good for now.
7.
I mean, it's
Mine's still a robot.
better.
Better.
I'm gonna bump your volume up just a touch. So what were you trying to do as character, or are you good to go?
I take offense to what he said.
I take offense.
Offense
Duly
noted. Yes, exactly. All right, so you jump on this ship. So you're like walking down to Hangar 2, and you get to the airlock, and it's like cobweb encrusted and just kind of grungy looking. Open the airlock, and there's a ship inside, and so let's just move everybody to this screen.
Wow, this is a nice one. That's a nice graphic.
Oh,
Yeah, it is a good graphic.
It looks like a really big X-wing.
Yeah, that's a good way to think of it. Can we do that? Did I copy those? Do I need to redo this? Uno momento. Oh, I can't copy from Chrome to Firefox. That makes sense. And paste. There we go. All right. So you get in the ship, and it's fairly cramped inside this here ship. So everyone kind of like gets in and takes their spot, and you trying to figure out, okay, I guess we can make this work. And who's the pilot in this group? Do we have one?
I can do it.
It's often whoever's closest,
I'm a pilot boy.
which is a little unfortunate. I think that's how we crashed a ship.
I think you might be right on that. All right.
still nipping my these.
I can fly. Kinda.
Is 12 the pilot seat? That makes it sense. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that
All right.
looks good.
Cool. All right. So we're all in this like single file ship.
It's like what's it called? The super fast bomber that could get anywhere in like 3 hours.
SR-71.
Yeah.
Yeah. If there's an actual plane, you need to know it. Josh Brown's got you covered. Okay. So
Yes.
yeah, that's basically what you're
Blackbird.
in.
The Blackbird, yeah.
It does have really good speed. So it's got a nice cruisy speed.
You just can't stand up in it.
Yeah, basically. I mean, it's got a little bit of cargo carrying space, but there's not a lot else. So Lior, go ahead and give me a piloting space check of just 2 purple for sake of not messing this up. And the verdict is all right. Okay, so Josh, if you're looking at the dice that have been rolled, he had a skill in piloting, which is what the yellow represents, and then 3 green, which is his like characteristics in just the agility of his character, and those are all of his positive dice. And then these 2 negative dice are the purples. That's how difficult the thing is. 2 purple is mildly easy. 1 purple is real easy. 3 purple is hard. 4 purple is very hard. 5 purple is like, yeah. And then higher than 5 is like, yeah. And so he didn't get a success, but he got the advantage. So we're just gonna say that you didn't crash into the station on your way out. Can we do that?
Yay!
Forgot to turn it on.
It wasn't pretty, but we didn't crash. So you like fly past the Random Tiv's office, and you just see him with his hand on his head, like. Ugh. All right. So if you've got any damage or anything, go ahead and heal up a full point of damage, and you can fully heal strain. So as you're traveling, somebody give me a perception check.
Go ahead.
Of like 2 or 3 purple. 3 purple. 3 purple perception. 2 purples. 3 purple perception. 3 purples in the perceptional regions.
Boom.
Oh, Randy's got it. All right, so Randy's like wandering around the ship, and he walks past a panel on the wall that is like giving off abnormally high energy readings. And so like he like looks at the panel, and it's like showing the current that's going through the panel to the storage cargo hold. And it's like there really shouldn't be anything going to the storage cargo hold unless the lights were on. And even then, that doesn't take this much power. So that's what Randy notices. That's your plot hook. Kind of plot hook.
I say we ignore it and go to where we need to be. Just kidding. Well, I guess I'll come over and be like, hey, so is this like a computer panel?
It's a computer panel.
Excellent. I want to like do a computer check and see if we can figure out what it's powering.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
1 to 3. 2, 3.
That's probably just a 2. Yes.
That would have been like,
Oh.
someone who knows this stuff, check it out. I'm gonna go over there.
He's like, guys, come look at this. Somebody look at this for me, please.
Somebody, this is weird. I see weirdness. I don't understand.
Like change.
4 success, 2 threat. All right. With the success, you, I don't know, like in the back of your computer brain, you're like, this seems to be human transportation stasis pod power. Like this, the exact frequency is used, blah 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 blah, for transporting people in stasis.
Yeah.
With the threat, you're like, this weld on this panel is not actually all that great. We should probably take a look at that at some point, because the panel's like ready to fall off.
Boy,
Hollers down the hallway to the pilot. Don't make any sharp turns.
I don't think this is really well put together.
Yeah. I mean, as you're like walking down the halls, it's like mildly rusty, and if you were like, now that you're out in space, you're like, I'm really surprised there's not a hole open to space somewhere, but we're not dead, so I guess we're fine.
I'm a robot.
damn.
So cargo is in section 2, back where Randy is right there. And there's so number 4 is like a control panel. Okay. Janie? Janky. Oh, yes. So Stan is like, or not Stan, Randy. Randy's fiddling around with stuff back there, and he goes and opens up a one of the hatches, and inside he sees a face looking out of a stasis pod at him.
No, that's so creepy.
So there's a face. There's a face looking at you in stasis.
Put it back.
And naturally, as all stasis pods tend to do, whenever you have the camera on them, it like starts to flash red, and it's like steam starts coming out, and IG walks into the hangar bay, and he's like, "What did you touch? I didn't touch anything." And
You
Randy's
touched
like,
something.
Randy's frantically trying to turn the thing back off, and this like person who's like really tall like sits up out of the stasis pod gasping and like looks around at you and is quite confused. Josh Brown, you should have control of that person.
Of who?
The guy at the very top that has your name
No.
underneath it.
Okay.
Can you click on it and move it or anything?
Nope.
No. Interesting. Represents character. Controlled by... Oh, we don't have you controlled by. Haha. Uno momento. Can I edit that? Aha, here it is. Can be controlled and edited by Josh B. Josh B. Save changes. How about now?
Yep.
Hey, all right. So he like sits up and looks at you all.
I don't like it. I need to...
I pull out my disruptor pistol and I say, "How did you get in here?"
I don't know.
I don't like it.
What are you staring at?
Who are you and what is your name?
I don't know who I am. I can't remember anything.
Do you know you can't remember anything?
Nothing.
Oh, this is just gonna go great. I'm gonna shock him.
What? So part of the so part of our easing him into the game is he starts to remember stuff as things become relevant. So he doesn't know his name, doesn't know how he got here, is quite as confused as the rest of you.
So I shouldn't shock him.
I mean, you
That would be kinda
can,
rude.
but it would be kind of rude.
He's passed out for the next 20 hours.
I mean, I only just woke up.
That is
Good
true.
morning.
All right. Well, we're gonna call you. Well, we're gonna call you Steve. Bob. Bob, come on, Bob. Let's get you out of the stasis.
Bob, that's good.
Bob, the pod guy.
Bob the pod guy. All right. Where did my thing go? Where did my game go? I lost my. No, seriously. Like, where is it? Oh, here it is. Okay. Okay. So Bob is
Bob
like
the
our,
pod guy.
our temporary name for you. You can choose your own name and be like, you can call me like something else, or I mean Bob kind of works. He's from the planet Utapau, if you recognize it. He's like the one where Obi-Wan like lands in the little pit and they like walk up to the guy with the really deep crusts in their face and he's like, "They're watching us." And so that one.
Bob. I have named you. You are my pet. Let's
No.
go, Bob.
No.
The droid
No.
the droid owns a pet. Interesting.
I'm wrong. False, inaccurate.
All right, Bob. Well, we're gonna call you Bob for now.
So
I want to do a medical check on him to see if like he's injured, like how long he's been in a stasis pod, if he's got any injuries,
okay,
or
that's good. That's
yeah.
good.
something along the medical type of lines.
Nice, very smart. So give me a probably three purple, and then
Yeah.
with a success, I'll give you all the info. With a
Aw,
triumph, I'll give you all the info.
Okay.
Okay. So he's like, you've noticed that. What's the threat? What do we want to do with that threat?
So I had to take a blood sample and put it into my data pad.
Okay.
and it like
It's now just continually bleeding.
yeah, and we can't get him to stop bleeding
Okay.
because of like the stasis, whatever.
Right.
Yada.
Yeah.
Because they have to lower his blood pressure so low to keep him in stasis safely that like he just keeps bleeding, and we're just like, okay, I have to hold that for I guess a really, really long time.
Right.
Okay.
Sounds good. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So
we get a little puddle of blood around you. Stop bleeding.
Could have taken
Dude.
1 damage.
Why would you do that? It hurts. So rude.
I mean, he doesn't take damage.
You're just bleeding. It's just like a, it's a finger prick that won't stop bleeding.
Yeah. So like you like hold up your finger and it's just like
But
dripping. It's like a fountain.
I mean, since I have no memory, I've never felt pain before, so this is quite intense.
I'm gonna shock you if you don't make this. Just a low dose shock. Anyway,
Okay, so on this medicine check to look at the dude, so Bob is like been in stasis for quite a while. Like the blood that's cycling through him has a really high count of whatever chemical the stasis is that they use.
yeah.
So like his blood is like a third stasis, a third bacta, and a third blood. But he has no wounds, doesn't seem to be in any physical ailment, seems to be in perfect health as far as you can tell, except for just being in stasis for like
Really
more
long
than a
time.
year.
That's a long time.
Yeah, I mean you could probably give me I don't know, maybe a hard something check, maybe another hard medicine for a specific length of time, or
I mean, it's been a long time.
but it's been at least a year. You can tell that by the blood levels. So
okay.
without doing further testing.
Which the stasis stuff will probably, is that what's going to be? I can hypothesize that that'll cause memory issues because he's like his brain's waking up to actually having like the right chemicals of blood.
Yep, that's certainly a possibility that
gonna
causes problems.
I'm gonna go with that for now.
Until we get a better solution, that might be our answer.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
So
All right.
so we got that.
All right, Bob.
Um.
You've been asleep for a long time.
For some reason, I'm feeling quite sleepy right now, too.
Can I just go back to bed just 5 more minutes?
No, I put myself in stasis.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, you're one of those type.
Is the world reborn? Did we make it? We're past the apocalypse. So Leor in the pilot seat hollers down the hallway. He's like, "Guys, we're here."
Where is here, by the way?
He gave you coordinates on a data pad. And so you're now sitting outside of like an asteroid ring. It's not a super thick asteroid ring. It's like asteroids here and there, but like
Asteroids.
easy to fly through. But there are rock bodies in the space around you. So it's not going to affect scanners. It's not going to affect visual sight for the most part. Unless somebody was in like an escape pod, you're pretty much able to see them coming. And then you wait.
Yep.
Ominous
Bob,
ambient noises.
Ding, ding, ding. I think it's a steam engine.
What? A steam engine?
And our really janky old
Oh yes, exactly. Yeah, steam powered.
hyperspace.
So you can do a number of things while you wait. You can explore the rest of the ship for any pertinent information. You can you could investigate on the space webs about Bob and see if you can match him up with an identity. You can do a mechanics check and search through the ship to make sure that there's no like immediate holes that need patching. You could raid the refrigerated storage unit. I don't know.
Talk to see if anyone left something behind for us.
Yeah, so basically you've got time to kill. How do you want to kill it?
I want to shock Bob.
I don't like you very much.
Yeah,
You
Bob.
are-
I've had a
I
very
can't really-
uneasy feeling about.
Sorry, Bob. All right, well, why don't you come with me, Bob? We're gonna go look at the ship and make sure we're not gonna fall apart in the middle of space.
Hopefully.
Okay, Bob. Let's go, Bob.
Okay, so David and or Bob or both, I guess, we can do a mechanics check to give a rundown of the ship. So we'll have each of you do a mechanics check to represent your individualized. So if you go, Josh Brown, to the middle button, it looks like a newspaper up at the top right of the screen. It's called Journal.
Okay.
You got that?
Yep.
So if you click that and you click on your name, it should pull up a character sheet there for you.
Okay.
Do you see that?
I do.
All right.
What it means is another question.
That's exactly right. So if you scroll down, go ahead and scroll down this sheet. I don't know if it adjusts it for me. It doesn't. Do you see the yellow dots with green dots? Is that
Under
what
the
screen we're on?
skills?
Yes, under skills. Fantastic. So then we're looking for mechanics skills. So you'd scroll down to the mechanics skill. You'd slide
2.
over 2 yellow and 1 green.
Yeah.
So on your dice rolling app, punch in
Yep.
yellow up to 2 and green up 1,
Okay.
and then add purple up to 2.
Okay.
So you should have 2 yellow, 1 green, and 2 purple, and then you'll hit roll. All right, and David, go ahead and same thing. All right. So, as you're like looking through everything, you notice that like a lot of this stuff seems like it was taken out and put back in, but not reassembled very well. So like seats are either missing bolts that are attaching to them on the floor and they're just kind of like setted down, or like shelves that are on the walls have like 2 bolts haphazardly screwed in. Like they either lost the pieces as they were re-putting door frames on or whatever. So you're missing that sort of stuff. And as far as the hull integrity, you're probably looking at like a 30% ship hull integrity. So like I wouldn't take it into battle. And you happen to notice that there's actually no gun on the ship. The mounting for the turret is there, but there's no actual turret attached to the ship. So you can like hit the turret spin button and the fire button, and it like sends a little signal and sparks across the control panel, but it doesn't actually do anything. Nina's mom is crawling into the maintenance crawl space.
Yes.
Do you care to elaborate? Or are you just hanging out?
I'm constructing my shrine. Wow.
Constructing a shrine. So Jordan's character has this like unhealthy obsession with this Wookiee here, Grarara. So like she like steals his fur and follows him around and just does creepy things.
Nice.
So she's building a shrine.
'Cause Jordan.
All right. Very good.
How badly is the gun damaged?
There is no gun.
Oh, there is no gun.
There's
at
no
all?
gun at all. The mounting is all there, but there's no gun.
Nice.
Can we do a scan to see if there's like anything? Is it in the ship, or is it just like they took it out and left? Like we're just
Yeah, like it's just not. There just
Not-
isn't. There isn't a gun.
There is no.
Is no gun. Nothing to put in there. It's just nope.
Lame.
It's just nope.
Cool. I guess I want to find the worst spot of hull integrity and start repairing.
All right, so we can do some like minor patchwork. Anything major is gonna have to be like shipyard level, but we can see if we can gain a hull integrity for you. Go ahead and give me I don't know, like a probably 3 purple mechanics.
Okay.
Right.
Ah.
So we got a success, got some threat. Let's just say with the success, we're able to heal like 1 ship hull piece, but that was with all those threats, that was all of the extra pieces that you found
Everything.
inside.
This-
That is like
that's all we have in this ship.
that's all we've got. So let me pull up the stats on the ship. We're looking at planetary starships. Scroll all the way down. We're looking at having what is 30% of 18? Who can
30%.
math?
A little bit under. You want to round down to
2
5?
plus 2, that's 4.
What's 8 divided by 4 is
Did you say
what, 8
18% of 30?
no 30% of 18.
30, 18.
I feel like we should be able to do this
is
faster, but
5.4.
5.4.
all right, so you've got like
5.5.
7. We'll say you have like 7 health on this ship out of 18.
Rip us.
So I wouldn't get any fights. 1, because you don't have a way to defend yourself, and 2, there's not a lot of ship to go around.
Cool.
We're not
Do we
just
have
talking
any-
space in the ship.
Right.
Can I sneak back here and lock me mom in the storage?
Yes, you could. Give me a skullduggery check. So you're gonna click on your character thing. You're gonna scroll down to the skill skullduggery. That's like your sneakiness. And give me.
Well, I've
What?
got stealth right underneath it.
So we could do it a stealthy way.
Well, I say.
So
Well,
Jordan,
okay, so-
what is your perception?
I think like 2 or 3 green.
2 or 3 green. I'll check for you for sure. 2 green. So Josh, go ahead and roll me. Can you roll, Jordan? Are you at a rolling? Okay, so Jordan, roll me 2 green. Josh, roll me 3 green. Oh, all right. What is Zyg rolling for?
I was kind of with him, so if he starts walking away, I'm probably gonna notice. So I'm also gonna do a perception check.
Oh, you're also
Like-
you're
Yeah.
okay.
Since Bob was kind of hanging out with me, I'm like, where's Bob going?
What is Bob doing? All right, so Bob locks the little door to Nema's mom, and IG sees this and is like, "What are you doing?"
The door needed locked because that weird red thing went in there.
That weird red thing.
That weird red thing is part of our crew.
So
I'll do another perception check to see if I heard him say weird red thing.
Oh my! We're gonna have a player fight here in a second. Roll a D100. No, all right. That's basically the same thing as. All right, so you don't hear him call you that
Nice.
I'm gonna be like, Bob, please unlock Nina's mom.
Do I have to?
Yes.
You hear the whirs of his electrical hands charge up.
I mean, you could unlock it too.
It's not a bad idea.
This is not middle school. I will not be doing this today.
Nima got locked in the locker. All right.
Oh,
Let's see. Who hasn't? Has anybody done anything? Who's? Jordan got something done. IG.
Bring the storage locker.
Randy's here. Do you want to give us a? You're looking in the storage locker. Is that what you had said?
someone
You're,
said that.
Randy's back to not being able to be heard.
Oh,
There you are.
Oh.
You like sometimes come through and sometimes don't.
I would like to search the storage locker.
Okay. I won't. Do you have like a push to talk on that mic? Because it might not be registering you if you're not talking loud enough.
Oh. I'm just not used to this this mic.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that
Working
might
with
be
the
what it is. It might have like an audio level cutoff. So you just kind of like yell in the mic. Listen to me. So you search the storage locker. That's not a perception-y thing because you're just looking. Unless you wanted to perception. Give me a perception. Sure. Two purples. I changed my mind. I changed my mind. All right. So
Wow.
that's a lot of advantage with no particular success. So, what that will represent for us is one of those advantage. You're like, hey guys, this storage locker, it's got the name Vornsker. Does that ring a bell to anybody? Nope, no bells. Okay,
Bob?
Bob, does Vornsker ring a bell?
Nope.
Nope, no bells.
Oh, named Bob Vornsker.
But then there's also like a few light blaster pistols and 50 credits in a little box labeled vacation fund.
I'll take a light plastic pistol.
So there's like 3 blaster pistols and 50 credits. But that's about it. And so you guys keep waiting.
I'm gonna unlock.
Nima's mom.
Nima.
That works. Keep waiting.
I'm following Bob. Get back here, Bob. Get back here, Bob.
Hello,
Bob.
mic check. 1, 2.
Yeah, there you go. We hear you.
A way to check the fuel levels on this ship?
That's a good thing to check. That's a good idea. Yeah, so I mean, you just look at the control panel and it tells you, hey, you've got a little bit of fuel. It's like under a quarter. Enough to get around, but I wouldn't go sightseeing.
I want to do like a sensors array.
How much did we have
Systems.
before we left the station?
It was fairly low to start with. It was enough to get out and get back. Easy enough to get out and get back. So
But
yeah,
but not go sightseeing.
but not go sightseeing.
Like when you go to a used car lot, they give you like
Yeah, yes, exactly.
I want to do a sensor scan.
Sensor scan. What?
Right. So to like our sensor arrays set up to like
Oh, gotcha.
actually function, and then to run a sensor scan, be like, are we alone?
Okay, yeah. So if your sensors are they pass the tests and seem to be working correctly, so you can do a 2 purple computers check to run a scan.
Okay.
All right, crushed that one. So you guys are just alone. Like it sends its ping out, and there's just nothing. Just you guys, some rocks, and you guys.
Can we calm Nemo? What's his face? And be
Random?
like random Tiv and be like, who are we supposed to actually meet?
So any attempt to communicate with Random is met with just like static. There's no response on his end. And you like double check, and yeah, your signal's going through. It's just not getting answered.
Can we leave the ship?
I mean, you're in space.
Oh, are we?
Yeah, you're
I
like
don't know where.
yeah,
I don't remember anything.
you're Yep, you're hanging out in space. You're in front of an asteroid belt, and you're just in space, hanging out,
In space.
waiting for
In space.
waiting for a rendezvous
In space.
in space.
Sweet.
Okay.
So you guys have been waiting for quite a while at this point, like several hours.
I lost my Wookiee hair. Can I do a stealth check to get some more?
While he is not here, no. Because if he punches you, I want him to punch you. He would enjoy
Right.
that. He would enjoy that quite a lot. So what's the amount of time that you guys are going to wait? Like, well, random said there'll be somebody coming, and we'll just wait for somebody to come, I guess.
I start.
I'd like to radio him a couple times before we actually disengage.
Okay.
Right? It's like, we wait an hour, try to calm in, we don't get him. Wait another half hour, calm in.
Yep. Still nothing.
Can we calm the security?
The station,
group?
just in general.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can calm the station.
Yeah, so let's calm the station.
Give me. Let me look. No, I guess we don't need anything. So you calm the station, and somebody answers, "Hello."
Hi, this is IG of security. I'm here on I need patched through to Mr. Random Tiv.
And she asks for like a comm signal number. And I mean, he would have given you a comm signal number, so 17J1.
Because it's a transfer, so it looks like they're calling him.
Right. And so she looks up the call number, and she's like, "Oh, I'm sorry. Mr. Tiv is not in his office today."
Is there any emergency code that we can use to get a hold of him for special circumstances?
Are you asking me or her?
Her.
So you ask her, and you wait, and you like repeat your line, and you like pull the receiver away from your face. I'm like, I think she hung up on me. Randy, you popped up as if you were saying something, but I didn't hear anything.
Worry about it.
Okay. So yes, there's she doesn't give you an answer. She's not even on the line anymore.
I'm gonna.
See, this is why I wanted to lock me mom in the storage room.
I'll just shock him too. Okay. Is this the ship that we don't have another ship, do we?
No, you don't have another ship.
Okay, well, can we do an astrogation check and see like what we're near?
Okay, that's cool. Yeah.
You're like, hey, is there a planet nearby or
that's
space
good.
station nearby?
Yes, we probably should have given. I should have given you, Josh, an astrogation skill. That would make sense. Let me do that. Nerp. So We'll have
Who's got a map?
yeah, basically.
Where are
Can
Somebody got a map?
anybody read a map?
Maybe.
Um,
we? Yeah, thanks, Bob.
so Bob
Got
like
it, Bob.
Bob looks over whoever's holding the map's shoulder and is like, "Hey, I recognize some of that stuff." So, Josh, give us 2 purple, 1 yellow, and 2 green.
You don't know your name, but you can read a star map. What good are you?
All of the good.
I'm
I
all
am
the
an-
good.
Apparently,
an
mild.
adventurer.
He's mildly good at reading maps.
Didn't get us more lost.
So he's like, well, I recognize, well, that we're in space, and
This ship isn't very good. Yes, thank you, Bob. We already got that information.
if I'm reading this map correctly, is that map the upside down? Turn this around. No. So he's not entirely sure where you guys are, but what do we do with his advantage? Goodness.
He recognizes something about
He
himself.
he knows this region of space is highly. So he doesn't know like exactly where you are, based off of the coordinates that you had been given and where you've been hanging out next to this asteroid belt. But he does know that this asteroid, the like area where you are, is a pirate activity area, and so it's been odd that you haven't seen anything. But he's like, I think this is a pirate area. I know this zone of space is known for pirating, so we might not want to stick around too longer. I don't know.
Do we have any escape pods?
Arm.
With them.
Let's see. Does it have escape pods on the thing? It doesn't say escape pods on your list of stuff in the
didn't-
ship.
I didn't know if that was like a real thing, because sometimes it's not.
I mean, this is actually the ship that we've got. So, I don't think that it does have escape pods.
Well,
So I'm gonna say no. Doesn't even. I couldn't even tell from the picture where the escape pods would go. Right. So.
right. Okay.
All right. So, how much longer do you guys want to hang out in space?
I want to come one more time to the station.
All right. So are you calling in to Raynham or the station again?
Station.
Okay. So you ring the station, and the station desk worker answers, "Hello."
Hello. I think we got disconnected at one point. We're looking for Random Tiv. We're on one of his missions, and we know that he's not in the office today, but we need like an emergency patch through to his personal comm.
And like after you finish that, you wait a couple seconds. She is off the line again.
We're gonna steal your ship.
It's worth a whole lot, I'm sure. All right, with the dice I rolled, we have a single, like a one-person fighter jumps out of hyperspace within sensor range, and comms you guys. So, ding ding, ding ding.
On the comms.
Who's gonna answer? Randy? Are you up? You're up frontish, I suppose. Or I guess Lee or
Okay.
IG is too. Doesn't matter. Whoever wants to answer can answer.
We answer.
Action.
Action.
We press the button. Yes.
Hello.
Hello.
Can I help you, gentlemen?
Can you help us?
What are you doing in this part of space?
What are you doing in this part of space?
The eye rolls over the comm can be heard.
You can see it, but you can definitely feel it.
Yeah, exactly. So he's like, "Don't you know where you are? Are you lost?"
Sort of. Yes, we know. We were sent here by our boss to these random coordinates to rendezvous for a package, to pick up a package, and we're kind of not from the area, but we're kind of getting this sense that this isn't a good place to be.
Oh, I think I'm the person that you're supposed to be dropping the package off to. Would you be able to dock up with me?
Great. Can you describe the package that which we are supposed to be receiving?
At that point, blaster bolts shoot across the bow of the ship. Does that describe it pretty well?
I think it's his.
I think it's his. Give it to him. Just give it to him. We don't know who Bob is. Just shove him out of the craft and let's go home.
That's rude. I'm gonna go back here.
Back to stasis.
Back to stasis, yep.
Okay, sure. Let's dock with him.
You're gonna dock with
Where's
him.
our... What?
You're docking with him?
Yeah, why not?
I can think of some good reasons, but okay. I mean, his ship is significantly smaller than yours. It's more like
An actual X-Wing?
like a bomber size, so a little bit bigger than the X-wing, but not. Yeah, A-wings.
A-Wing is small.
A-wing is still pretty small. Was the B-wing the?
B-Wing, yeah.
There's like a 4-person-ish
Yeah.
size ship. Where is docking? I don't even see where the docks are supposed to be.
All right. We'll dock.
Door and docking collar control retractable.
Come up to us. Calm off. Let's get out of here.
All right.
We
So
can take over their ship since we were given a piece of shit.
we'll just do like, whamp. Actually no, probably over towards the storagey stuff makes more sense. Like this. We'll say you're docked here. Whamp. There we go. Dockage. Yay.
Oh, going up this side
But
now.
it says 9.
Oh, is it? Tell us something.
9.
Door
Retractable
and-
head and
Docking control. All right.
so it has to be somewhere in this like pingy area.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. We'll say it's somewhere in that range. All right. So they're docked, and you go ahead and you hear the door on his side open up.
I'm glad he's coming. I have some words for him.
Um,
Making us wait this long.
so
Okay.
he knocks on the door of your control pad thing.
Wait. Hello.
So you're opening the door so that he can come in.
Yes.
All right.
Let's open the door.
So you open the door, and he's standing there, and he's got a crate next to him.
It's a
That's a
giant.
big crate.
It's a
We
big
can't fit that in
crate.
here. Sorry.
I don't think our ship is quite big enough to handle that kind of equipment. So he's standing there. He's got a gun pointed at you, and he's like, "I'll take the cargo, please."
Okay. So we walk over. I'm gonna walk over and close the stasis pod.
Okay.
Who do you think you are? Making us wait for like 10 years. You know what I could be doing right now?
No.
No, seriously, do you know? Because I don't know. I don't even know how I got with these people. I forget, to be honest.
All right. What's the ultimate goal that you're trying to do?
I'm
Nima's
trying
mom.
to
Nima's mom. She's yelling. She's like tirading on him.
Distraction.
That's all.
You're just yelling.
I'm
Just
ranting.
yelling for the sake of yelling. Okay, awesome.
Yeah, I walked up and I like poke him in the chest real hard, but with so much sass, like my fingers all up in his face.
All right. What is your charm? No, probably not charm. What's the coercion?
Charm.
It's not charm. It's got to be either like
My coercion.
it's got to be coercion, right?
Coercion.
Maybe coercion. What else would that be?
Intimidation.
Intimidation,
Yeah,
possibly.
yeah.
Is that a thing?
I think that's coercion.
That's coercion. Yeah, that rolls into coercion. I think you're right, Stan.
I thought coercion was like torturing.
You could also do like a leadership, like if their presence is like, oh my goodness, like I'm actually getting reamed out by my mother.
Yeah, I mean that's that.
I do have 4 green for that.
For which leadership or coercion?
Coercion, I have. I don't even see coercion on mine.
1, 2, 3.
It's under
Oh,
C.
there it is. Okay, I think leadership would be better.
Okay, yeah, we can do a leadership check on you. Let me check his countered stats. 2 purple.
Excuse me.
We pop the dry ingredients together and throw them in. The dry ingredients.
All right, what'd you get for us?
We're gonna spread it over.
Nothing.
Wait for it. Ooh,
Roll.
fail. Wow,
Dang.
that's impressive.
Wow. That is.
So he like pulls your finger off with his 2 hands, or not 2 hands, 2 fingers. He like one of those daintily pulls your finger off, puts it back on, like sets it to your side, pushes you back with the muzzle of his gun, and says, "Load the cargo," and points towards the ship.
So during that time,
Mhm.
I want to like repressurize the whatchamacallit. So it, like so it's like all foggy.
Okay. Yes. Yeah.
The back to tank, so it's all foggy, and
Yep.
you're like, is there something in there? I don't know. I'm not a doctor. It's a box. It's foggy. It's good
Yep.
enough, right?
Alright.
So I'm gonna push it out here. I'll be like, here you go.
All right.
I'd just like to say I'm triggered at this moment.
Okay. I'm just gonna like drag the box that he gave us, and use my internal data pad to scan it at the same time. So like I'm not like being all suspicious. Be like,
Alright.
what's in the box?
Give us an easy computers check.
Which is 1.
1 purple. Yeah.
The butter is gonna melt in there, and it's gonna be lemon curd. So once the lemon curd's cooled in the fridge,
This box is empty.
Great. I'm
There's
gonna take that
nothing.
box.
There's nothing in this box.
Yep, I'm just gonna take that box. So we're just trading empty boxes. That's good. Thanks for your time. I grab Nimam and just like throw her back into the thing. Close the door.
That's a good choice. That's probably a good choice.
Literally just like grab her and I'm like, punch it, we gotta go now. It doesn't matter where.
All right.
You're lucky Grara's here for me to look at. How you doing, baby?
So Leor was up front piloting.
Just make us go somewhere.
So we'll have him make a check. He's still not around, right? Yeah, he's still gone. He's off fighting the
want me
forces
to-
of evil.
You want me to fly it instead?
Sure. Like they yelled on the hall, and they're like, "Punch it!" And they're like your reflexes. You just like reach out and grab the controls of the ship. So give me 2 purple, 1 red, and whatever your piloting space is. I think it's a
2
yellow
purple,
and
1
2
red.
purple, 1 red. I think you
Piloting
have
space, 1 yellow, 2 greens.
Yep. So 1 yellow and 2 greens.
Whoa!
Oh yes. All right. So with the success, you immediately jump out of the area, like poof, you booked it from there into hyperspace. But on your way with the threats, you bumped into some of the debris from this, like, what's the word that I'm thinking of? Asteroid belt. So you bump into one of the asteroids on your way. It completely jostles you. And so now you're in hyperspace and you're like, it's like the roughest hyperspace ride you've ever been in. So you're in hyperspace for like, I don't know, let's say like 6-7 seconds, which, I mean, hyperspace, you travel a good distance. So you're like well out of range of this guy. And you drop out of hyperspace and you are immediately like ship to ship with this giant Marauder class starship with like a whatever the crossbones and skull variant of Star Trek is, or not Star Trek, Star Wars. Yeah, Star Trek. So whatever the Star Wars crossbones and skull is, like painted all over this ship.
Can I crash the ship into their docking bay?
We all die. Great.
Yes, you could, I suppose. I want to
Battlefront 2, where you just crash into there and be like, all right, let's do this. Take over.
Exactly.
There you go. I mean, if you would like to, give me a pilot check. Of like, is that what you're doing?
No.
He's at the controls. He gets to do it.
This is true. What other options are there? The engines are
So
pretty
many
much.
options.
The engines are pretty much broken.
I hold Grara tightly.
He's not even here to say no.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm just gonna crawl in the box.
Nice.
It's all over.
Go into low power mode and shut yourself down.
We're all gonna
Jump in
die.
the box with him.
Are the what condition are the engines in currently?
Yep.
They
All
need
right,
to be shut off and rebooted to jump back to hyperspace.
Okay, I'm gonna jump.
So they're
down
not
into
dead,
maintenance
but they're
crawl space and try to fix things as best I can.
okay. Give me a 2, 3, or 4 purple. You can choose how difficult you want it to make. If you'd go really hard and succeed, then like you can fix the engines instantly. If you go easy and succeed, maybe it like cuts down on repair time, but the engines still need to reboot or whatever. So you get to
Okay.
choose how difficult. It's a press your luck moment.
Okay.
So 2, 3,
So-
or 4 purples. It's up to
We
you.
have
Is that
Destiny.
a mechanics check?
That's what he's doing.
Yeah.
He's rolling his mechanics.
Which is
Oh,
2
can I go give him help?
Yeah, you can do that. So boosting him. What is your mechanics skill, Jordan?
I have a yellow and a green.
Okay, I think he has a yellow and 2 green.
I have 2 yellows and 1 green.
Oh, 2 yellows and a green. Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, you like stand behind him and give him moral support, but it doesn't really do a lot.
Go team, go.
So-
I'm gonna stick to hugging Grara.
All right. I wanna try to like low power the ship. So like if we're like right on top of them, I want to be like, they'd be like, wait, something came on our radar, but we don't actually see anything.
Okay, there you go. A ship that
So-
small can't have a cloaking device.
Are you ready for me to roll?
Yes.
It's so janky. We must have bumped into some space garbage.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so we got a success. So he's like,
Yay.
he's under there. He's like jiggling around with wires, and we'll say with the success that he does bypass the need to turn the engines off and back on. So the engines are able to jump again. But with the threat, we're also going to say that the next jump has an upgraded difficulty. Or a setback to it. So 1 setback for the threat, and 1 setback for only being a 3 purple check. So you can make a jump now if you'd like, or somebody else can do some more mechanic-y things and hope that they don't notice you in the meantime.
I'm gonna do like.
You're gonna do your
cut-
yep. Go
I'm
ahead.
gonna do like cut the power, so leave only power to the engines. Like we cut the life support system. Like
You're going all out.
there's emergency lights and engines. That's what we got.
Okay. And as the droid, you're like, sure, I'll cut life support. Not a problem.
I think you should cut the lights instead of the life support. The lights are unnecessary.
The lights are gone too. Just emergency. I mean, we like, no life. Like it's literally we're like a dead.
All right. So you're gonna shut everything off.
Everything but engines and a couple lights.
So
Two.
okay. Give me a easy mechanics check or computers check.
Okay. I mean,
Nice.
I rolled a hard one first.
Oh, you did the hard one. To shut everything down? I mean,
Yeah.
that's fine. We'll take yours. Because you succeeded at the hard. That's funny that you failed at the easy one though. Double fail
Right.
though. All right. So you are in like low power mode, like no power mode basically. Engines are on, and there's a little like dome light in the cockpit that's still on. And that's about it. So.
Okay. Sorry, guys. Hold your breath.
Well,
Don't breathe much.
So I think I'm gonna get tired of my teammates not doing anything worthwhile and punch the engines.
All right. So give us 2 purple. I'm gonna use a destiny. So 1 purple. So give us a red, a purple.
red.
So what we did at the very beginning, rolling that white dice, gave us all of these little buttons at the top screen. The white ones are yours. The black ones are mine. What they do is they either increase difficulty to checks or they make things easier. So whenever I use them, it makes it difficult for you, and that destiny point, you now can use an extra one. If you use it, it upgrades your check, so it makes your checks better. But I used it, so you'll have a red, a purple, and 2 black, and then whatever your piloting space check is.
1 red, 1 purple, and 2 black.
Correct. And then whatever your piloting check skill is.
Okay, 1 yellow.
The
and 2
the yellow and 2 greens, right. All right.
Oh my goodness.
So we like
Why are there 2 blacks?
1 because we did a quick
the-
engine repair, and 1 because of the threat on his engine repair check.
Okay.
So he guns it, and you feel
Nothing
this.
happened.
You feel this. We can say nothing happens. That's probably for a
There's
single
a-
fail.
well-
That's not so bad. There's no
but, like,
despairs.
There's no energy output. There's nothing we literally just like he goes. Here we go. Throws it forward. Nothing happens.
Yeah.
Just like in
Right.
episode 5.
Right.
Right.
I thought you said you fixed it.
Exactly. I thought I
I
did.
think you must have snipped some extra wires there when you were cutting everything.
Yeah. So.
Joey.
I mean, you don't have sensors. You don't have comms. So you have literally no way to tell, other than maybe looking out the out the window if they've noticed you or not.
The air's getting a little thin in here too.
We can say that there's like a spotlight that shines onto the front end of your ship.
So that's a pretty good indicator that they're onto us.
Yeah.
But we're so janky. Don't turn anything on, and they might not actually care. They're like, oh, it's literally a piece of space junk.
Yeah, that's maybe your best option at this point. So it's like, is that just salvage? So they're like shining searchlights past the windows. Everybody get down.
Literally, pretend no one's home.
Pretend no one's home. All right, let me roll. Pick a a range of 30 numbers. So like 1 to 30, 40 to 70. What do you want it to be?
Wait, so 1 to 70?
No, 30 numbers. You get 30 numbers. Just tell me what range you want it to be.
We want 40 to 70.
40 to 70. 40 to 70, they don't investigate the ship. Anything else? Ew. All right. So after like 10-ish minutes, your ship like shakes and rumbles as the giant dreadnought or whatever I said it was.
Did they have a dreadnought?
Yeah, not a dreadnought, I guess. What did I say it was? I already forget.
You said it was a marauder.
Marauder class. Yeah. It like
They have a dreadnought.
yeah, goodness. It blasts out of your area, and you're again now left all alone in space.
All right, I'm gonna power just the sensors up.
How about the life support?
Life support draws the most power, and if they're still
Hey.
scanning us, that's what's gonna get us caught.
I'm gonna get that laser pistol that somebody found and cut some of your wires. You know, turn the life support back on.
It's only gonna take like 2 minutes. You'll be fine. Or
While
you'll
he's doing
pass
that, I'm
out.
gonna try to fix the thing again.
All right, go ahead and let's have everybody roll except for David, everyone roll a resilience check.
What's that?
So resilience is it's a skill. So you go down. No, there's like an actual skill. So you go to your resilience.
1 green.
So this is just a 1 purple at this point, but
Yeah.
everybody roll me a 1 purple resilience check. All right, Bob passes out.
Which makes sense because he's got low blood pressure and he's like.
Me, my
still
mom
feeling
passes
good.
out.
Oh.
Why do I have such low resilience?
Because your brawn is
just,
not so great.
I just dramatically faint in Grara's arm, and then
Finally, he loves me.
All right,
I'm assuming he just drops me.
probably.
I think he gently sets me on right here. Just
Lays you down on the table. I'm not gonna bother rolling for everybody else just because they're not important if they're not able to show up. Okay, so Randy is awake, and IG is awake. Randy's like, I eat carbon dioxide for breakfast. I'm basically a plant.
I
All right. So David, you're making a scan.
want to do a sensor scan, make sure that we're in the clear.
Okay. I think Josh has spent most of his session passed out because he started passed out and he's back to being passed out. We need to find a way to make Bob fall asleep or pass out every session. It's just like his thing.
I can make that happen.
Oh, there's Bob laying on the ground again.
I hate you guys.
Yeah, that's actually pretty good. That's a good voice. That definitely needs to be his voice. All right. Sensor scan.
Sensor scan.
2 purple is good. Oh, wow. With the triumph. So with like 2 of those advantage, or through the successes, you 100% verify that there's nothing around you. We can say the 3rd success cancels out the 2 threats, just
Right.
for whatever easiness. So you got a success and a triumph. How do you want to use those?
So for the last success, I'm going to at the exact same time turn on the life support.
Okay, makes sense.
You know, get everything back and rolling. And the triumph.
Do we say you figured out where you are?
Yeah, I was gonna say that seems like whenever I was like, I don't know.
I mean,
going
that seems reasonable.
Right, the computer system is like, oh hey, the computer auto locked us onto like where we're at, so
Yeah.
we now know where we are.
Awesome.
Because that's a big thing since we don't have any astrogation skills.
Right. All All right, so
Hey, I know.
everybody's back awake.
Your lungs refill with real air, and you're like, stupid robot.
What happened?
Your finger starts bleeding again, Josh, as air pressure returns to normal. All right.
Can I use my mechanic skill against the robot? Turn it off for a little while. No.
I don't know exactly how that works because we don't usually have how that. No, not at the moment. Dustin, hey, welcome back. Yes, I'm assuming you're back.
For a little bit.
Okay. I mean, we're only gonna go for a little bit longer, but the contact that you had was like wicked late. You went around your ship and found that there was not a whole lot going. It's in pretty bad shape. It actually doesn't even have a gun. It has a place for a gun, but there's no gun. Couldn't figure out where you were. You realized that you're in pirate space. You had a random ship show up, say that they wanted to trade the cargo. You gave them an empty box. They gave you an empty box, and you jumped to hyperspace before they could realize. You jumped bow to bow with a pirate marauder ship. Josh or Bob, he like grabbed the ship controls and went to jump into hyperspace to get you out of there. It didn't work, so then you all just kind of like hid underneath the windows while the giant ship had a spotlight on your ship. IG turned literally everything in the ship off. Life support, everything. Bob passed out. Nima passed out. And the big ship left. And so now...
You were like, yep, space junk. And they left.
yeah. So your ship looks like space junk, pretty much. And that's about all you missed. But it was good. It was good times.
Okay.
Space junk. Yes.
I probably would have tried to done some sort of cool forcey I can breathe without air thing, but it seems like I'm still alive, so that's good.
Yeah, nobody died. It wasn't that long. It wasn't that long.
It was like 10 minutes without air. It's okay.
It was an easy resilience check.
And my old character probably would have gone an hour before.
So,
Yeah. Anyway.
all right. So you know where you are in space now. So that's
good.
good. Yep.
Do we have is there a planet or a space station or something close nearby, relatively
Yes.
speaking,
I
Yes.
can give him an airful. Hey, idea.
that we could perhaps patron and refuel and try to calm back to random Tiv?
So there is a space station that is on the map. It has one of those like travel tip buttons that says caution, this is not a place to go at night, but you're probably fine every once in a while. Don't stay too long, watch your pockets, lock your doors. But it's not a
Don't leave
full
your
on
space junk.
it's not a full on criminal syndicate space station. It's like an actual space station that people come in and out of. But
It's Philly.
yeah, yes. It's
Nice to
Philly.
visit in the daytime. You don't go at nighttime.
Yes. That's a
Got
good
it.
description of it.
All right.
All right. Wow, this is a really nice Star Wars map. swgalaxymap.com. That's good. I need to figure out where we are, but I like this. Wow.
All right. Well, let's go there, and then we can go shopping. We haven't had a shopping session yet.
That's true. We haven't had a shopping session.
I hate the Oh, those are so miserable.
I mean, we could.
Did somebody say shopping?
I want to hear that. I want to hear that in character, Jordan. He's like, no.
There's a nope.
That's pretty much how she would say it, just more high pitched, maybe. Depends on how she's feeling.
Um. So I don't have a space station pulled up. I don't think we could just use the space station from the other guy and just pretend like it's
We're
a different
good.
station.
We can
Imagination.
space station. Oh,
Yeah, there's the space station. Boom. I don't know if I have any space stations made up. Do I have anything?
space station. What's in the darkness?
That is. I guess you found that out already, so I can. That's the name of the ship. Wimp.
The
The
Vorn.
Vornsk.
Great. Here, this is our space station, Doc. Doop. We're gonna land on this pad. Doop. Okay.
Da-da-da-da-da-da. Space station docking enabled.
I think the random that guy's gone.
Yes, he's gone. He is not there.
Cool. So are we at the space station?
Yes, you're at the space station.
He's
All right.
lucky. Gonna farm him.
What's up, Jordan?
He's lucky. I'd have fought him.
Yeah, you would have.
Probably. I could see it.
I was waiting in the
Might have
corner.
won.
for a chance to stab him.
All right. So on the space station, what are you looking for in particular?
Fuel.
We need fuel. We need ship repairs, and we need a
Communication.
Okay, gotta go, guys. Abuse me, be sneaky sneak and dark guy stuff.
All right. Thanks for, joining us for like
Yeah.
5 minutes.
Sorry.
That's okay. Bye.
Goodbye.
At least he showed up.
Yeah. There you go. Dylan. Sick. Come on. Nasty headache. Ugh. Who's even? All right.
He must teach middle school band.
That
Yes.
doesn't work. Oh, that didn't work.
We want.
All right, so you're on a space station. You come up into one of the docking bays, and as you open up your airlock, it is the immediate smell of stank just comes in, and you're like, "Whew, that is not good."
Not a problem.
Yeah, the droid doesn't even notice, but
I exclaim very loudly that this place is nasty.
Crowrow was
Oh,
like,
no-
"This is
oh,
gonna
no,
take
this
take
is
months to get out of my fur." All right. So they can fuel you up there. Let me look up how much fuel costs. I do
They
not
can feel us up. That's not cool, man.
fuel.
You're right about that.
group currency. 1,000 credits.
So yeah,
That's it.
somebody has money, right? For the for the group.
Did we ever designate that? I think it may have been. Was it Dustin?
I am the group treasurer. Somehow.
You're the okay. I think you're often at the most sessions, so that's a good.
Yeah, that seems to make sense. I know it's in here somewhere. I'm just trying to Google it real quick rather than look through the entire document. How many fuel cells does it take? A ship can have 50 fuel cells. And it can anywhere from 10 to 300 a day. 50 credits for a fuel cell. There we go. So for it like a quarter, it'd be like, I don't know, if we have 50 fuel cells. More math. This is the most exciting we've ever been.
Second. So it's
50
fu-
times.
How many fuel cells does our ship
We'll
have?
go 30%. We'll say
So-
50. So you got 15 fuel cells full.
Okay, so 35
So you
times
got-
50 is
Correct.
1750 credits. So if we put, let's just say we put,
Fill her up partway, please.
yeah, right.
Pretty much.
500 credits. That'll give us 10 fuel cells.
That puts you over half, or
Yeah.
about half.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, that seems reasonable. All right, so we're doing
Just
that.
put it on our tab. Just kidding.
He looks at you. Sure.
Well, okay, we'll take
10 fuel cells worth of fuel. All right.
Yeah.
Then
So you pay him the 500, and he's still standing there, looking at you, with his hand out. He's like, and
I reach my hand out and it starts.
he pulls his hand back and says, "Enjoy your time on the station."
Don't scratch it. We walk away. Come on, Bob.
Don't scratch it. That's
Leave me
great.
alone.
Bob. Bob.
So you guys are now playing Ring Around the Rosie.
No. We should lock him in. We should lock him in this maintenance crawl space.
That's
Alright.
just rude.
Randy's coming to cut him off.
Oh yeah. Oh, yeah.
What is this? this is just too funny.
Oh, the jukes.
get back here.
All right. So what are you looking for on the station?
Like a communication place that I wanna,
Stuff.
yeah, basically a payphone. I want a payphone.
Okay. We've got like
Sorry.
one of the yeah. Come on, Jordan. We're gonna get demonetized now. That's a copyrighted song. When you sing it too good,
It's okay.
Twitch is gonna
Clearly-
pick us up.
Clearly wasn't the melody.
Yeah. So there's like the classic Hispanic phone call store. 50 cents a minute to any core world.
Hello, my name is Pedro. I may help you.
Yeah, exactly.
Great. I want to call I want to call Random Tiv
Okay.
from that payphone.
Very good. So he answers, "Hello? Who is this? How'd you get this number? This is a private number."
Hey, Random Tiv. This is IG from the group. We ran into some issues today. We haven't been able to get a hold of you. First of which, we went to the coordinates that you sent us, and no contact ever came. And so we made a short detour and refueling since the Vornsker was running a little low.
Yeah.
Request permission to return back.
About that. That's my parting gift for you guys. You can just if we can agree that you don't contact me again, you can keep it.
Oh, what a pleasure.
This droid has some really good vocal packs installed.
The hand starts glowing again.
There's like an old lady in the booth next to you. Dolores, this droid next to me is on the phone.
Got it, Random Tiv. Goodbye. Click. I hand them the 2 credits worth of phone time.
All right.
I say we go back to him, cut off his leg, and shove it down his throat.
Oh my. He's I would recommend against that.
He's pretty wealthy.
He's pretty wealthy.
Think of it this way: he gave us a ship.
It's how we can escape into our next Adventure.
Yeah, this is where we're now open world. We have a ship. You were
have a
you were
ship?
you were in my guise because you had literally no way to get around without your plot device. I mean, random. But now you have a ship, so you can literally do anything you want.
Excellent.
Let's go shopping.
Yeah, it's time to shop.
Did Bob ever pick up a weapon?
What?
Did Bob ever pick up a weapon?
No.
Picked up the blaster thing here, right?
No, he didn't.
Okay. So I mean, Bob basically woke up in his robes, and so he has like nothing. So if you want to spread the wealth, those 50 credits you found.
I'll give him.
Goodbye, candy bar.
You know what, buddy?
Oh, you know what? Also, I guess while we're there, I want to like run
Give him.
like a picture of Bob through like a database to see if like the missing person or shows up or anything
Hey, that's smart.
of like a local, you know,
Yeah, that's a really good idea.
law enforcement-y type thing.
Oh, you should have asked Random Tiv about it actually, since that's where he was last.
Yeah.
That would have been good, I suppose.
He gave us a ship. I wanted to not deliberate on that anymore.
Give Bob 800 credits.
Oh my, that's quite a
Wow.
good, that's a good bit.
We don't know him yet. Don't give him
Thank you.
anything. Don't give him anything.
Hey, at least there's one nice person on this
Yeah, bought a friend. Okay, so you're looking through the database, and you see, like, you come across him fairly quickly. He was a like high political profiled person, about 32 years ago. On Utapau, he was a delegate that was living on Coruscant in the core worlds. And so, like, he's written about, he's got, like, Space Wiki articles about him and policies that he helped write. And there's, like, holovids of who he is and, like, all of this stuff. Josh, do you want to pick a name, or do you just want space generator name?
Or do you want to be Bob?
Bob.
No, we must change Bob. because the robot gave it to me, which is
You can
horrible.
you can figure out later whatever you want your guy's name to be called. But
You'll always be Bob to me.
so
No.
so you find all this info about him, but
Is there
he's
anything
been
about-
missing for
Right.
like 20 plus years.
20 plus years.
There's a bunch of news articles from 23 years ago about how this guy was like scheduled to go on these speaking tours through the core worlds and just never made it to the first engagement and hasn't been heard from since.
Wow. So I guess I'm going to download all of that onto a data pad.
Okay.
And
Wow.
Wow.
so I can take it back to him.
Okay.
Okay. Yes. Back to the
All right.
back to the ship. Diggity-diggity-diggity-doo.
Want to go shopping?
Oh,
Same. Shopping.
Okay, well then let's go ahead and
it's-
call that
it's
the
a-
end of the session for now. And anybody who wants to shop, we can go shopping right now.
I mean, it's a space station.
Yes.
It's gonna have air fresheners and jumper cables.
Yeah, I mean that's gonna be more so what you're finding, but I mean it's like a marketplace. It's like a marketplace gas station. Oh, farmer's gas station.
Farmers market.
Farmer's market gas station.
Wonderful.
Excellent. All right.
Only it's more like a black market farmers.
Black market farmers. Excellent. That's what we like
So
to
like
hear.
L.A.
Wait,
L.A. farmers market.
That sounds fun.
Oh, it's not strictly
black
black market. It's like, are you looking for something illegal?
Do you want to buy some Death Sticks?
Yeah. So
Maybe.
I might talk you up on that offer.
Okay, Jordan.
That was
Okay,
Dustin
cool.
last time.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
He was shoving the death sticks into us.
Right. Exactly. So if you wanna shop, now is the time. If you wanna call it a night, you can say goodnight. Actually, we're probably just gonna end the stream because shopping sections really get the views, I'm sure. So we're gonna say goodnight. Catch us again whenever we stream next time. I have no idea when, but it'll be then. Thanks for joining us. Shout out to the lurkers. We had lurkers in our chat, which is nice. Feels like we're part of the team, the streaming community. All right. Anyways, we'll see you next time. Good night.